What's going on, you guys? Let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, perfect. Today we're doing a Cisco Packet Tracer lab, and we will be connecting two offices together, and both offices will have their own service that they're providing to one another. In Office A, we have our DNS server. In Office B, we have our DHCP server. And yeah, basically, we're just going to be configuring these two networks. And then at the end, we will be connecting them via a core layer, a layer 3 core layer that connects these two. And as you can see, we already have our IP address schemes set up for the most part on both sides. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Shout out to Jeremy's IT Lab for the template for his Mega Lab. So if you guys want to follow along or do it yourself, just get the template from him. And I kind of changed a few things. I took out the wireless. We'll maybe install that later in a different episode. But yeah, I plan on doing like 2 to 3 parts because this may be a little long. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in Office A, and we're going to start on the access layer and start setting up these VLANs for each switch. I already started, I think I did the distribution switch up here, so we may not have to do that, but let's go ahead and get started. So our DNS server will be a part of our management VLAN, which is VLAN 99. So what port is this? Do I have hover off? Let me turn that on. Okay, so this is port 1. Switch for remote access, switch for access VLAN 99 are the VLANs already on there? No, let me go just make VLAN 99. I thought it was gonna auto make it. Send VTP. Or we can just put it in server mode. So let's try this command again, and it should automatically, make the VLAN for us. So VLAN 99 for our DNS server. I think all of these are in VTP mode, so we're gonna turn that off since we're gonna do it manually. Mode server. And for this access switch, let me see the port F01 again. Since we have a IP phone here and it's VLAN 40, we're gonna do switch port mode access, and we're gonna voice VLAN 40, and also switch port access VLAN VLAN 10 PC would be on this switch, so we're going to create that VLAN as well. And on this one, we have VLAN 20 and 30 to 1 for 20. BTP mode, client, up, F01, can't type, store access VLAN 20, and for F02, switch port mode access VLAN 30. So we'll just do some double checking right quick, make sure everything is Did I not turn off what you call it? Let's BTP mode. Let me redo it. I didn't take it out of VTP client mode. Access. I could type it out, but I'm being lazy. 20. And also do the same thing for F02 if I can find it. VLAN 30. So that should be good. 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 10 and 40 on. Also do some VLAN brief. 99. Perfect. Okay, so we have completed the access level for all our end devices. Whoops. In Office A. So now we will start configuring the trunks that go up to our distribution layer. So we're gonna start on what you call it, on access switch 1, and on this trunk, which are ports. Well, I can't see that. G01 and G02, 1 through 2. Switchboard mode trunk, switchboard trunk allowed, VLAN 99 only. You may be wondering, if we have all these VLANs present, why am I only adding VLAN 99 on the trunk? So the reason for that is because since there's no other end devices that are connected to A switch 1, A1, there would be no purpose for having VLAN 40, 10, 20, or 30 on the trunk to the distribution layer, because I mean, this switch wouldn't be carrying any other traffic for any other VLANs. VLAN 99 is the only device present on this switch. So that's why we're only configuring the VLAN 99 for this switch. So as you could probably assume, what 2 ports? 1 and 2. So you can probably assume what VLANs I'll be adding on these 2 trunks. Switch trunk, mode trunk. So as you can see on this switch, we'll be adding VLAN 10 and 40, because those are the 2 VLANs present on this access switch. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm adding the VLANs that I'm adding. That's why I'm adding them to these trunks specifically, and why others are not needed. G01 and 103. And what it was, G103. Why can I run that validated? Why can I do that? It's a way to do it. I can't remember how. We'll just do it separate. I can't remember why you can't. What's on this one? 20 and 30. VLAN 20 and 30. And we'll do the same on G0 with 103. Is that why it didn't work? Is it not 103? Oh, it's G02. Okay, that's why it didn't work. Trunk mode, trunk allowed, VLAN 20 and 30. So let's check, make sure those look good. Boom, perfect. And let me check these two. 10 and 40, boom, perfect. Check this last one for 0 and 2, perfect, perfect, perfect. So now we have did the links. Well, now we have now that we have configured the trunks for the access switches, we will do the same thing on the distribution layers. And as you know, what's on one side of a trunk has to be on the other. So we will basically be doing the same thing, but just on this side. And multi-layer switches are a little weird in the sense of when you are configuring trunks, well, at least in Packet Tracer, before you're able to configure a trunk, see, look, you will have to set the encapsulation. Oh, I guess not. I don't have to manually set it to .1Q. So that's good. VLAN 99. Well, never mind, guys. But on some switches in Packet Tracer, multi-layer switches to be exact, you have to manually set the trunk to use encapsulation.1Q. I don't know why, but that's just the case. Wait, I think I messed up. Because G01 and G02. No, I did that wrong. So this is why we're doing the live, guys. You can see me make my mistakes and we go through and fix them. The mistake I made is I configured this trunk link right here to carry only VLAN 99 when it doesn't need VLAN 99. It needs 10 and 40. So that is the mistake I made. Trunk allowed VLAN 10. Make sure I did that right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Make sure I got this right. So to this one, G01 we need 99, correct? And for G02, 102. Let me just do it like this. What port am I on now? G02. I don't know how I ended up doing what I did, but we will fix it. Trunk allowed VLAN 1040. That's it. And for 103, we need 20 and 30. Trunk allowed VLAN, what I said, 20 and 30. So that should be right. Okay, so we have, just to make sure, 1, 2, and 3. 99, 1040, and 2030. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, now on this side, we will establish the trunks. Which one is connected to? Is that G01, 2, 3? Perfect. 1, switchboard, mode, trunk. And I honestly don't have to manually set it to trunk. It's just out of habit. I don't have to manually set it to trunk because by default, the distribution switch is set to, it's using DTP. So that means it can dynamically form a trunk. And for it to dynamically form a trunk, one side has to just be manually configured as a trunk. And since we already did that, it's already in trunking since it's dynamic. But I'm just doing it manually since it's just a habit. And that's VLAN 99. Now we're gonna go to 02. See, I'm not gonna manually configure it as a trunk, and as you can see, it should still work. And then for the last one, 103, what is it? Trunk allowed. And I'm not gonna manually configure it into mode trunk on this link as well. And as you can see, it will still work. So you don't technically have to do it on both sides. And our trunks should be correct. 99, 10.4, 1040, and 2030. And it's good. And as you can see, we only configured or added certain VLANs to each link down here from the distribution layer to the access layer, because all of them were not necessary. But as we configure the trunk between the two distribution layer switches, all VLANs need to be present. So just in case one of our distribution switches goes down, the other one can take over and all VLANs are present. And also, all of them need to be present on the distribution layer switches, because at one point or another, each VLAN will be present on the distribution layer switch, because if traffic needs to be sent to, let's say, Office B, it has to go through the distribution layer. I hope that makes sense. But on the access layer, it won't necessarily need to touch any other VLAN that is not already on this access layer. I hope that made sense. But yeah, that's kind of a brief explanation on why we will be configuring all of the VLANs between the distribution layer switches when we set up our trunk. But as you can see, we are it will be an ether channel. So first we need to group the two ports. So 104 and 105, 4 to 5. And this will be switch port, what's the command? Channel group 1. And we'll be using the Cisco's proprietary channel grouping protocol. So we'll be setting it to desirable. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Is it the same two interfaces? 4 and 5, perfect. 0, 4 through 5. And we'll be giving it the same number. We'll go ahead and set it to desirable as well. And it's saying that trunk is down, but that may just be a glitch in packet tracer, because I don't know why it would not be working. Oh, there is back up. So ether channel summary. As you can see, the ether channel is up and working. How do I know this? Is because if you see these two letters right here, we have a S and a U, and then we have our little, what's the word? We can see which each letter means. So we have a S, which means this is a layer 2 channel group or ether channel, and U means it's in use, so that means it's up and running. And then as you can see, we have these two little P's right here, which indicates both interfaces are within the port channel. So yeah, if it's up on one side, it's up on the other, so we don't necessarily have to check for that. And do we want to make this a layer 3 ether channel? We'll keep it as layer 2 so you guys can, I'll set up some STP, some spanning tree, and you guys will be able to see how we can select the root bridge, because I want one of our distribution layer switches to be the root bridge. by default and not one of our access layer switches. So you guys can see me set that up. So I think that's it for our VLAN setup. I think that's pretty much it. That's all the configurations we need to do here in Office A. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here for part one. And I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do Office B off camera so you guys don't have to watch me do the same exact thing. So yeah, I'm gonna do that off camera, and when we come back, we will continue where we left off. And I think the next thing we do is set up our core layer so we can connect these two. And yeah, we'll go from, ooh, I just thought about something. We may not be able to, oh, we will. Okay, so we will pick up where we left off in the next video. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.